After when I walked into that weird, creepy, fiery hole, I was questioning to myself what I just witnessed. But I reassure myself that I probably might have just been playing some kind of ROM hack version of this game. But I still don't know what exactly I just witnessed. Could I witness some type of creature or demon or something? I don't really know. But eventually, the computer, then the TD then brought me back to the game. The TD brought me to level 2. But this time something was different. The title of the level was called The Depths of Hell. When I loaded up into the title screen, I saw my two pieces Godzilla and Mothra, but however, the map of the game had changed. It now had a type of blue bit-like color to it, and the enemies in the game have also changed. There was this weird turtle creature and the weird crab creature. The turtle creature kind of looked like Gamma, and the crab creature kind of looked like Abra. I had no idea what was going on. Maybe, what was exactly going on? I thought to myself. I then came to the conclusion that I probably might have been playing a hacked version of NES Godzilla Monster of Monsters. This encouraged me to play the game even more. And so I decided to continue playing this new ROM hack of NES Godzilla. So I decided to play as Godzilla first. When I got to the first level was pretty strange. I was in like a fiery background. The entire background was covered in fire. And the enemies were these weird centaur-like creatures holding whips in their hands. They would come after me and they would start whipping me with some of their whips. I could defeat them by just kicking them or slapping them or just killing them with my atomic breath. I got a little bit creeped out by this level. This level was pretty dark and kind of creepy. I thought to myself that whoever made this ROM hack really did a good job on the visual effects. They almost looked pretty realistic. Another level I played was this weird cave-like level. I played as Mothra through these levels. In the level, I would play as Mothra going from the entire cave, and it got a little bit disturbing. Underneath the cave was this weird lava-like pit, and it had a bit of platforms. And there were these weird pterodactyl demon-faced creatures. They had the bodies of a pterodactyl, but had the head of a demonic skull. I could easily defeat them by hitting them with my lasers, but however, there was a lot of these creatures. They were everywhere throughout the entire level. It was pretty tough and really frustrating. Although this level didn't creep me out as much as the first level, so I didn't really get that much scared by this. And eventually, after 30 minutes of playing this level, I was finally able to defeat this level. Now I will go over to the boss fights. After finishing the second level and going on from each different levels, I decided to move on to the boss fights. I first fought Godzilla to the first boss fight. I instantly recognized the first boss to be Ganymes from the movie Space Amoebas. Now, I've never really watched the movie Space Amoebas, neither was I that much a fan. But Godzilla was, of course, in the original NES Godzilla Monster of Monsters games, and Godzilla did, of course, appear in his own movie Space Amoebas. But so I just decided to continue with this boss fight. The Ganymes boss fight was pretty easy. Ganymes' attacks ranged from him jumping, spitting, and punching you with his claws. It was a pretty easy boss fight if you ask me. It wasn't really even that hard. I could easily defeat Ganymes just by repeatedly kicking him in the head. And so I was able to defeat Ganymes. Another boss I fought was Kamibus, another monster that appeared in the movie Space Amoebas. Now, Kamibus was just as easy as Genimus, but however, he was very slow, he did not move a bit, and he could easily use his shell to protect him from his attacks, so I'd have to attack Kamibus from his head. However, there was one attack that Kamibus had, and that was he could extend his neck out and try to bite me. But however, that attack is easily avoided, and so I was easily able to defeat Kamibus, although I did get pretty low health during the boss fight. I did hope that the game would bring my health back up and increase it. After when I defeated Kamibus, I was almost about to finish the level, but however, something strange happened. After when I defeated Kamibus, the entire game then just cut to instant black. Like there was nothing. No music, no sound, there was just nothing. All of a sudden, Godzilla appeared in the black screen, and just like what happened back at level 1, I couldn't move Godzilla. I then thought to myself, oh boy, here we go again. What's gonna happen this time? All of a sudden, some weird cage began to appear on the black screen, and inside the cage looked like a monster, but it didn't just look like any monster. It looked like it was Anguirus. Now, I have heard a rumor that Anguirus and Rodan can be unlocked in NES Godzilla in like a type of hack or secret code, but this Anguirus looked different to the one in the actual game. And all of a sudden, a group of white eyes began to appear on the screen, possibly the same white eyes that I saw in the first game. All of a sudden, the screen then cut to black, and another text appeared on the screen. The text said,
"Let's play a game. If you win, you can have this monster. But if I win, you will be trapped here forever."
Then the screen once again pointed to instant black, but I was confused. Play a game? What kind of game? What was this game that weird voice was talking about? Did I have to play some sort of game or something? All of a sudden, the game then cut back. This time, we were in some weird, hellish fire-like place. There was fire in the background. The sky was just pitch black, and I could play as Godzilla and move him. And above the fire, there was a text that said, "Run." But this even confused me a bit more. What was I supposed to be running from? Then I remembered what the weird voice told me. Let's play a game. So, I guess this must have been the game that weird voice was talking about. I was getting a bit creeped out. The music was this weird heartbeat sound. It sounded a bit realistic, but I was still confused on what exactly we were supposed to be running from. All of a sudden, a large demonic-like face began to appear on the screen. It had white eyes, it had 2 nostrils, but they were so small that they almost blended in with the dark, and it had large, massive canine teeth, with it sticking out, and there was some saliva coming out of the weird demon's mouth. All of a sudden, this demon started to chase me down the place. I then realized that this demon was the exact same creature that I saw in the beginning of the level, the one with the demonic fiery looking hole. It started to chase me down. It started to chase me down the level. I had to run. I started spamming the speed button to go faster to get away from the monster. But however, the beast continued to chase after me. The more I got away from it, the more faster it began to get. It almost caught me. I thought I was very scared, and I could feel my heart was starting to pound. It was so very scary and terrifying. But eventually, I was able to beat this demon, and so I was able to outrun it and get away from it. After when I defeated the level, the screen then cut to instant black. New text began to appear on the screen. The text said,
Fine, you may have won this round, but next time, I won't go easy on you.
After that happened, the cage that contained Anguirus broke, and Anguirus broke out of the cage and landed right onto the black background. It was really exciting, but then I thought to myself, did I just unlock a new monster? Oh man, this was just getting real now. All of a sudden, the screen then cut to black, and then we moved on to the next level.